Well, Monday we started out with some pretty fantastic energy. Tuesday is another story. The sun sits opposite to Neptune for the next several days. And because of this, our willpower or energy will be low. It's also a time when we need to be cautious about our money. And during the same time frame, Mars and Jupiter will be talking in the sky as well. Exact the same. I think it goes the 17th to the 21st or something. So we can easily overextend ourselves by overestimating what we can accomplish. So how do we handle this energy to serve us? Well, sit back and relax. Let's explore the cosmic energies. Together, we can gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, how to utilize this energy and move forward today and every day. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thanks for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day, and welcome to your daily focus for September the 19th, 2023. So let's dive into the numerology. We have the energy of the 19. The aha moments, the epiphanies, the clarity, the understanding of how to go forward comes into our focus under a 19 energy. We feel strong, we feel competent under the 19 energy in what we have already accomplished and where we want to go forward. Now, if you go 1 plus 9, and it's a 10 energy, which brings in luck. We'll need luck today and over the next couple of days, actually. Actually, luck really doesn't play into it. It's more knowing yourself and being self-disciplined. But anyways, 1 plus 9 is a 10, and that brings us into, lucky energy. It is also an energy where we know that we're in a time of transformation. We are closing chapters while we are trying to open new chapters in our life. We are moving from one season to the next. 1 plus 0 is a 1 energy, and that is the young, energetic, I am, the independent, who wants to just jump onto their stallion, raise their sword, yell, charge, and go through that confrontation, go through that challenge in order to find the success on the other side. If we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 9 plus a 1 plus a 7, which gives us a 17 energy. The 17 energy is making the impossible possible. The 17 energy gives us some kind of clarity, some kind of understanding of how we can go forward, the magic key, so to speak. 1 plus 7 is an 8, and that is abundance in our pocket. The 8 energy is about utilizing our strength, our courage, and taking not just a risk on ourselves, but an educated risk on ourselves. So we start to look at how we can move forward. Although I would not act on anything right now unless you are quadruply sure, okay? The sun is in Virgo, the moon is in Scorpio, the sun is opposite Neptune, okay? So that's bringing in the potential for confusion, for deception, insecurity, discouragement. Be very clear to yourself, be very clear to others about your intentions, whether it's your actions or your words. And if it sounds too good to be true, chances are it is, okay? Avoid ego conflicts. Retreat to a safe place, a quiet place, just you. Turn off the phone, turn off the TV, turn off the computers, and sit there and use that time to develop your creativity, your spirituality, and maybe look at how you can be more charitable, more of service in the world under this time. It's really easy to get lost in fantasy at this time. We feel kind of directionless. We will. And we don't really want to face the day-to-day realities. Our willpower is extremely low. So if you're a boss out there, expect people to be booking because they just don't have the oomph to get up and get ready and go to work and face the realities of the work life, perhaps. Or if you have a big function coming up, many people will feel somewhat directionless. They won't feel like, should I do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know why I signed up. Maybe I should go. Nobody else is going. We get our excuses bag out and we start making up all the reasons why we shouldn't attend or we shouldn't do what we had already set out to do earlier in the week, maybe, or maybe even a couple of months ago. The day is now and you're not feeling it. Our willpower is extremely low. And it's not a very good time for any kind of financial undertakings, any kind of formal agreements. So if you can stall, okay, over the next several days. I think it would be imperative to stall if you could. Now, Mars is talking with Jupiter, and that creates activity and energy, but we'll have problems controlling the enthusiasm. Okay, so beware of a tendency to take excess risks, overextend yourself. This impulse and restless influence means you may need to slow down at times, okay? Be a little bit more careful, especially when doing things for the very first time, okay? So back it up, take your time, don't try and rush through things. You'll regret it, okay? We tend to take on too much. Either we extend too much energy and we tire too easily, or we overestimate our capabilities during this transit. So, and poor timing. Poor timing is very possible right now. We might be out of sync or out of rhythm, our natural rhythm or our instincts. So just be very cautious over the next several days, okay? You want to back it up. You want to slow it down. You want to spend time through meditation, through prayer, through, just having that conversation seemingly with yourself. And really growing maybe your creativity in some way. So if you have some kind of project, if you're a painter or something, that is ideal for this kind of energy in your own quiet space, and just let the creativity flow from you, which would be a beautiful thing. Or in some other way. Maybe you're a flower arranger, or maybe you're redecorating your house. Things like that might go a lot smoother as long as you don't have to put money online during this time. Okay, let's go to the cards. So if you've already got the stuff, lock the door, put on the music, and get to work with your redecorating, painting, knitting, go in the backyard and garden, meditation, prayer, talking to God or angels, source, the universe. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. So the numerology of the energy is very promising, but with the astrology in there, we have to use the numerology with an authority, I would think. An authority over ourselves. Okay, so self-disciplining ourselves to stand back and look for that golden key, that moment of awareness. The Emperor. Here's the Emperor. He's our shadow card today. So this really is the energy of the whole day, is the Emperor. And the Emperor is about the planner. He's the strategizer. So this is a good time to back it up and think about our strategy. Think about our plan. Grow our plan. Research. Get the information you need. What are you missing? Okay, under this new moon energy, it's all about looking at the smaller details. Do you have a plan outlined? Maybe look at adding to it now and filling in the blanks a little bit. Looking at the smaller steps rather than the larger steps. And I'm not saying to accomplish any of this right now. I am saying to look at it, to grow it, to understand it better, where you want to go, of how you want to roll it out, so to speak. Now, our first card is the World card. The World card. The 21 energy. This card denotes a time when we know that that new path is awaiting us, but we need to take care of some things in our life before we go forward. So once again, this is a pullback kind of energy today for us, where we need to take care of those loose ends. Why? Because we don't need the past following us along. We don't need, when we are in full motion going forward, for a letter to come in saying, hey, you've been ignoring this for 3 months or 6 months, and today we're calling you out on it. You need to pay attention to us right now. And you have to stop everything, right? I guys see how the brakes hitting and the smoke, the blue smoke rising up because you had to hit the brakes so hard. And you don't want to do that when you're moving forward. So this is a time to take care of those loose ends, those things that you've been putting off, those things that do need your attention so that you can finish them once and for all and move them into the past. We also have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is asking you where your focus is. And once again, it's about pulling it back. It's about understanding where your focus is and where it needs to be. So you may be getting all excited and full of enthusiasm and you just want to take the world on because, I mean, that is that Jupiter energy, right? Mars and Jupiter talking, we just want to go forward and build the expansion of everything. But we need to put the focus on it first. We need to understand how we intend to grow it, how we intend to expand it, how we intend to make it bigger and better and bigger than life. We don't want to act on it today, though, if at all possible. Our last card is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles says, you know what, if you pull it back a little bit, you're going to see, one, that you've done some pretty excellent work up to this point in time. Okay, so first celebrate yourself just a little bit. Don't take any risks, but celebrate yourself on where you are at this moment, your talents, your abilities, and what you are doing and where you are putting your energy and how it is growing. But you raise the bar on yourself here. You say, wow, I can do even better than that. I know I can. I'm going to push myself to the next level and beyond. So this is about rolling up your sleeves. It's about getting to work. It's about knowing that there are no shortcuts under this kind of energy. Never a shortcut, but it is a time when we can... I see a box opening and potential. So opening up our true potential, understanding what we are truly capable of rather than what we have been doing. Because even though it's great what we see that we've done, we know that if we put our time or energy or resources towards it, it would be twice as remarkable, 10 times as remarkable. Okay, let's go to our oracle cards and see what they have to say. The cards really agree with the energy around us so far. So let's see what our oracle card wants to tell us. And we have higher ground, the 20. 20 energy is usually about turning points. So we'll see what this card has to say. But higher ground, look at that beautiful, beautiful image. Okay. I'll get the book out here. I'll let you meditate on the picture for the 5 seconds it's going to take me to read. Move your thoughts, emotions, and outlook to a new perspective. Take an overview of what's going on. Just through shifting your perspective, you will see the whole situation in a clearer light. A different course may become apparent. You will be able to focus on what is most important to you. Make a conscious effort to get above the situation. If there is nothing pressing in your life at the moment, consider something that may be unresolved from the past. Use the same idea of climbing above it with the intention of healing it. Once you achieve higher ground perspective, you may find yourself filled with peace and a beautiful outcome. So going to higher ground, right? The higher ground, you look down on it, you gain a new perspective of what's really happening. Maybe in a reality, we are trying to detach ourselves from the emotional part of it, looking at it logically. Unless we've been looking at it very logically, now we need to maybe throw in a little bit of emotion and see what happens and mix it up and see what comes of it. And we may find, once again, 20 is those turning points, so forks in the road, so to speak. So we may understand that we need to go in a whole different direction, or we need to add to or take away from. And our animals, what will our animals tell us today? Well, we have the cougar, assertive. Let's put that up there. Oh, I remember Abe, right? It's my nails. You always tell me I get the glare from my nails. I can never get it into focus because the camera's trying to... Nope, still nothing. Huh. Can you read that? I can't read that. Something about finding power. Okay, the cougar, assertive. In silence you find power. In silence you find the power. So it's not when you're out there on the battlefield that you really find your power. You find it when you pull it back. And if you are feeling a little bit, confused or your willpower is down, I mean, this is a time to back it up, okay? In silence, you find your power. Claim your leadership role and take action. And some people tell me when this card comes out in a reading, Tilly, I'm not a leader. I don't like leading. I like to follow. I'm good as a follower. I'm really handy as a follower. I'm an asset as a follower, but I am not a good leader. But we all have to lead ourselves, right? When we were small, our parents said, clean your room, do your homework, do the dishes. But now we have to be the leader of ourselves and say, okay, it's time to clean my room. It's time to do the dishes. It's time to get my homework done. So we learn how to be a leader with ourselves to incorporate self-discipline into our lives so that we can finish the task at hand and the task at hand and the next task at hand. And it also helps with procrastination to say, okay, you've got 5 minutes. You're going to do it for 5 minutes. After that, you can go, but you have to do it for 5 minutes. And you'll be amazed at how 5 minutes turns into 20 minutes, into 2 hours, and now you got a 3-day project on your hands. You know where to go and what to do instinctively. You have the courage and you have the confidence to succeed. So you have the courage, you have the confidence. And it may be buried within right now, and that's okay. But know that if you make the plan, if you make the strategy, that you don't have to worry about the confidence being there. You don't have to worry about your strength being there. It will show up, and you will be more than capable of going forward in the way you want it. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.